Kind family, welcome back. And if you're new here, please like and comment on the video. It really helps us. And please subscribe. You're going to love it here. I love you already. We are going to be besties. My name is Sierra. Welcome. All right, you guys. So today we are getting into a Hello Zombie Kitty look. And we're going to do some fun facts about Hello Kitty that are kind of crazy. And I don't know if you knew these facts, but I didn't, and I want to share them because they're just too good. And then we are dropping Criminal Claws Poison Putty here on YouTube. Well, she has already dropped. Look at the names and the look. I love this. I did all this. I got to do all of the packaging and all of the design work, the names, everything. I love her. But we're doing an unboxing. We're debuting Poison Putty, the collection. We're going to talk about some new glitters coming out, and we are going to get into some crazy facts about Hello Kitty. So first we're going in with some XXL square tips, and I'm just applying these with some nail glue. The tip of my applicator for my nail glue got gunked up, so I just popped that off, and I'm just using a dotting tool to dip in it and apply it to the tips. Not a big deal. I will get another jar soon. It was just 3 o'clock in the morning and I didn't really have any other option. So I'm going to be cutting these down, and don't mind my hands. I got off of work and laid down, and those of you that know, I work third shift. So I laid down during the day and then got up and was doing other things, and I never realized that my hands had stuff on them. And I get into the salon and I start cleaning and getting stuff around for the video. And yeah, I cleaned them up for the shots and the photos though. Just saying. The stuff from my work, it's not like I can just jump in the shower and wash it off. It's literally construction chemicals. And once they dry on your skin, you need like acetone to get them off. Yeah, no joke. But okay, so we're going in at a 45-degree angle and creating this U-shaped instead of getting this perfect square, sharp square that you hear people talk about. I'm going for this trendy U-shaped look, and I seriously love the shape. This really takes the square nails up a notch for me. I have big hands, and I really felt like this shape I didn't hate so much. I usually hate square nails, especially shorter nails. Short nails on my hands aren't giving. So to have these, I really like these in the end. They kind of look quirky right now, but once you see them in the end, you're going to understand. So I already went in with the dehydrator and primer, and this video is going to be more about nail art, so I'm not going to show you the application of the nude acrylic. I am just showing you the glitter nail, and then we're going to go into nail art. You guys have seen me build out nude nails and seen the application of our nude acrylics so many times. I don't want to do a nude application. It gets boring and it gets repetitive here on YouTube. So maybe the next video I will throw a nude application in or something like that. But I wanted to save some time. So yeah. So we finished up with our dehydrator and primer, and we're going in with a little bit of clear acrylic. I'm adding some clear acrylic onto the base of the nail just so it has structure. I want to make sure that there's not glitter, raw glitter, just sitting on my nail bed. That can create for breakage very easily if you don't add a base of clear acrylic under your glitter. So we're just adding a base of clear acrylic, and then we are adding some of our glitter into that. And then we're going to go in and cap this nail. So you guys know that Sanrio created Hello Kitty, right? Everybody pretty much knows that. But did you know that this scientist, this lady, obviously, it just had to be a lady. They always make us look bad. You get a job being an important person, and then you just got to become a know-it-all. So she freaking goes and decides that she is going to prove that Hello Kitty is not a kitty. Which I feel like, honestly, this was just a way for her to get her name in the papers and kind of become known somehow, just kind of going up against Hello Kitty. But in my eyes, she kind of falls short because it's more of a duh moment, and It don't make no sense. So Hello Kitty is a cartoon character. She started out as a merchandising character. She was merchandise 10 years before she got her cartoon. And this lady states, once the cartoon comes out, Hello Kitty is not really a kitty because she walks on 2 feet. No shit. You gotta be a flippin' genius. I'm glad you're a scientist because the rest of us would have never realized. And honestly, where I feel like they made the mistake was that they responded to her and they was like, oh, no, this is why she is a cat. What? Why did you even have to give her legitimacy? I feel like if Sanrio would have never responded to her, then we would have never even heard about this. But because they gave her disputes ground to argument, then now we all have, people have picked sides actually. And I think it's split down the middle that people talk about how, oh, she's not really a cat. No shit, she's a cartoon character. She's not anything. Duh. So then in or around this time, there ended up being accusations of theft that Sanrio plagiarized Hello Kitty. They stole her from Miffy. There is this character named Miffy, and that Sanrio stole Hello Kitty and became famous off of something that they did not create. But then when looking into this, honestly, you can say that there's too many cat characters. So here is the application. And then here is just filed and shaped. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my God. And then here is our Poison Putty collection. If you stop the video, you will see all of the names, but I'm going to pull out what I plan on using. And here is Plurple, go bump in the white. And then, yeah, it's Plurple. Baby Pink, and then Rot Pink. Yeah. Rot Pink is my favorite. She is super bright and luxurious. And then I have a little resin palette to do all of my stuff on. And here in a little bit, I am going to show you guys this lady that I bought a bunch of resin pallets from on Instagram. She is from the UK, but I'm going to get into that here in a minute. So I'm just taking Baby Pink and Plurple and kind of marbling them together. And this is going to be the Hello Kitty body. She is going to be marbled purple and pink because I kind of wanted her skin to not just be a flat color, if that made sense. I want her to be a zombie. So zombies usually are different colors a little bit. The picture that I kind of went off of was actually like a green and yellow and black veins and stuff like that. So I figured I didn't want green, I wanted purple, so I would just marble it with pink and that would be the look. So when you buy this collection, you get a silicone tool in your collection, and that is what I'm using. I'm just using the silicone tool to rub around and pat this into shape. Do not use alcohol or acetone on your Poison Putty. It will deteriorate it. Use water. I'm taking a small little art brush, and once I get done patting her out to the shape that I want her to be, if there's any little cracks or any little lumps or bumps, I take a art brush, a tiny little art brush, and some water and just kind of brush over her, and it will smooth her out perfectly. So, okay, look at this. This is just too cute. Hello Kitty hospitals and maternity wards for babies and women. Taiwan has it going on. I swear, I wish when I had my babies, they could have been born in a Hello Kitty hospital. But, you know, we're here in America and everything has to be bland. So it is what it is. But those are seriously real Hello Kitty hospitals for mothers and babies. How adorable. Like, I wouldn't have, if I would have saw that picture, I would have thought it was fake, but it's seriously real. So now we're going in and we are sculpting out a skull. And all I'm doing is literally just adding, like rolling up a little ball, pounding out some eyes, and that's it. That's it. It was so easy. don't get caught up in like tiny details of something so tiny, you will frustrate yourself. Trust me, I know. And then we're going to go in, and this is the vein that is holding on to the eyeball. And yeah, this was really easy to do. It's just a little bit time consuming, but I loved creating this Hello Kitty. It was seriously super fun to do. Oh, so what's really cool is Hello Kitty and Sanrio actually never merchandised Hello Kitty. So for businesses that want to use her imaging, you can. As long as you don't use it in tobacco or alcohol products, you can use Hello Kitty for anything that you want as a business and not get in trouble. That is the licensing terminology that they put on the paperwork. They really don't care if people use Hello Kitty in any of their products or to help sell their stuff. All they ask is that you don't use it in tobacco or alcohol. They never explicitly stated, though, that they did not want her used in sexual things. So I think that one was a fail, because Hello Kitty has definitely become sexualized, especially on TikTok. But that is something for a different day, because social media has just become disgusting in general. Oh, wait, though. Talk about like severing differences, like severe differences, right? So the police in Shanghai and Taiwan, I can't remember where exactly, hold on. So officers who had minor infractions against them ended up being punished and forced to wear Hello Kitty armbands. And the outrage of these officers, right? The outrage. They were disgusted. They were like, no. This is too much. You guys cannot make us do this. Which sounds like it's a fitting punishment. If they're not liking it, sounds like a great punishment for a minor infraction. But then Hello Kitty lovers were like, this is too cute. It's not even a punishment. Like, what the heck? They need something else to happen to them. So, yeah. Hello Kitty lovers thought it was too cute and that it wasn't a big enough punishment. And the officers felt like it was too extreme of a punishment. I feel like it was a win-win. Honestly, that's a win-win. Regardless, it didn't last that long, and Hello Kitty ended up not being the punishment for the officers. How dare they use Hello Kitty as a punishment, though? Now that I think about it, it's unacceptable. All right, so now we have built out Hello Kitty, and we are going in with our black just to add detail and shading to create that depth, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going into the eyes of the skull. I'm going to go in and create pupils for her. I'm going to go in around her body and line around her body and use a brush to kind of dry brush that black gel paint outline, just to make a little bit of a shadowed look, so it looks like she is even more 3D with even more details. I'm going up under her skirt where her legs meet her skirt. I'm going in and just kind of creating shadow there, because you have to imagine there would be a shadow under her skirt. Yeah. So that's all I'm doing here. And then I'm going to go in with some red gel paint, and I'm going in with white, and I'm going to create some ribs. I'm going to draw out some ribs on her dress and be able to make it look like her rib cage has been her chest has been ripped off and her ribs are showing. Talk about being unjustified and using her as punishment for the police. I feel like now I'm a criminal because I totally am unjustified in killing Hello Kitty. So throughout our lifetime, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of people wearing Hello Kitty or using Hello Kitty products, and you've seen a lot of collabs with Hello Kitty. Now, I went through a collab list, and I have to say, this collab has got to be the coolest for me. So Kiss, the rock band, the Knights of Satan's Service, you know who I'm talking about, teamed up and collabed with Hello Kitty to create this. Now for me, it's super cute. I love Kiss, but I wish they would have thrown like Cinnamoroll on there and Keroppi or Hello Kitty's twin sister. Did you know Hello Kitty has a twin sister? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she definitely does. I can't remember her name right now, but I'm sure Bulldog knows. So if you know Bulldog, put it down in the comments. I cannot remember her twin sister. Is it Miffy? Or was that the character that's the character that was accusing her of stealing the concept from them? I do not remember. Did you know that Hello Kitty's name is really Kitty White? I did not know that. She is 45 years old this year. 45. Can you believe that? Kitty White, 45 years old. I could see her in a mugshot now, drunk. Like, if she ever started losing sales and, like, dropping off, we're going to see a mugshot of Hello Kitty or Kitty White with the beer in her hand and her face, like, drooling and, like, bags under her eyes. And obviously she's been using Photoshop on all of her pictures for the past 20 years because she's been aging and we just didn't know it. And yeah, I could see that happening. So this next little fact is a little bit much for me. Oh, I'm going in and creating a stitched mouth. Now, because her face, it has so many contours and designs in it, the stitching wasn't as good as what I was hoping it to be. And I'm going in with our art brushes. I'm using our Dark Shadows art brush set, which is acetone and alcohol resistant. The paint is not going to peel. Everything is there to stay. Your brushes will be just as beautiful the day you bought them as they are 10 years later when you are still using them. Just like our acrylic brushes. They're seriously just immaculate. I love our Dark Shadows set, like seriously. And if you get the brush case to go along with it to protect them, and our acrylic set, everything literally matches. So here I was trying to do her ribs in Poison Putty, but it was just such a small design. I could have done it, but it was just a lot. And I really was scared that it would get lost in translation of what it was if I didn't do it entirely perfect. So I'm going in with some red gel paint, and this is going to be the rip in her dress. It's going to show the blood. This is the bloody background of her insides, pretty much. And then I'm going to go on top of that with the white ribs, pretty much. And you're going to see it play out, if that makes sense. Here we go. And I'm just using our Cutie Patootie brush. This is our tiny detailer brush, and she is great. I love this brush. You do not need to cut this brush. She is super flexible. She is perfect. And then we're going to go in with Lemonade, and we are going to create her perfect little button nose. And that is pretty much it for Hello Kitty. Oh, wait, I was getting into one more fact that I think is just a little bit too much. So Hello Kitty is really made for third graders, like 8-year-old girls, right? That is what she is truly here for. And she's not here for us grown-ups. We just, as women, love reminiscing on little girl things. We love being princesses and stuff like that. And we just love our cute little girl things. Well, really, she is for the children, though, right? Here I'm trying to make whiskers, and I decided to ixnay on the whiskers because she already has her little stitched mouth, and it's becoming too much. I don't want to add too much detail, so I decided never mind on the whiskers. So here I'm just going in and cleaning her up with some acetone. She's already cured. I cured in between everything, and she's good to go. I just want to get any fuzzies or any dust that was on her. I want to get that off. So now we're going to go in with some purple gel paint, and this is our paint brush in our Dark Shadow set. This is the brush, and this is what you get to use if you want to put it, because these gel paints that I'm using, this is actually kind of like a sneak peek a little bit. we're going to be dropping a couple collections of gel paints, and I'm so excited because if you notice or have looked at any of the gel paints in this, none of them have that little dispersion layer on top. None of the, or not dispersion, whatever you would want to call it, like that oil that gets on top. I don't know how to explain it. I will get into it in another video, but we will be having so many more drops. There is so much planned for this Halloween season and Christmas season. I cannot wait to show you guys everything that we are going to be dropping. But I'm just going into that purple gel paint, and I'm using our paintbrush from the Dark Shadow set to paint a super thin layer. You do not have to paint this thick. If you paint this thick, it will not cure. This is a super thin, like I am seriously trying to brush off as much paint as I can, as much of that gel paint as I can, because you don't need it. The thinnest amount will seriously give you all the coverage that you need. And any more than that, you could run into the issue of it not curing. So here is the unboxing. I got these from Emily Pug Nutmeg, and I will put the name on the screen. It is a long name. She loves her kitties, but she does resin pallets, and I ordered these resin pallets from her, and look at all these extra little goodie charms that she sent in the bag. I just ordered the pallets here in my hand, but she gave me all of these extra little goodies just as freebies. Like, seriously, it was the cutest package ever to open, and I opened it on Instagram Live, but I still wanted to show it to you guys here. So you guys have been seeing me use one of the palettes, which I broke the ring off the back and used it as a flat palette to set on my table. And then here is one of the original ring palettes. It still has the ring on the back of it, and I just keep it on my thumb, and I keep getting to kind of go into that. And having it on your thumb helps keep it sturdy. It's really great because the ring palette that I broke the ring off the back of it and put it on the table, I still have to put my finger down on it or the palette will move too easily, especially with these thick gel paints. Once I put my brush into the gel paint, my brush wants to stay there. So the palette will literally just raise up with the brush when I try to pull it away. I have to put my hand down on the palette to keep it there. So I'm happy that I broke the ring off the back because I needed a flat palette, but don't break the ring off the back, okay? But all right, third time's the charm. I am trying to tell you guys about Daniel Starr. This is Hello Kitty's boyfriend, right? Yeah, Hello Kitty has a boyfriend. That's what I was talking about with the third grade girls. Like, I feel like Hello Kitty shouldn't have a boyfriend. I feel like she should just have friends. I don't feel like we should be teaching our kids about boyfriend-girlfriend relationships that early. I mean, parents can. You could think it's cute that your daughter holds hands with a boy, but that's for us as parents to kind of do. I don't like the world teaching my child, especially that young, about relationships, I guess. It'd be different if it was 16-year-olds or even like 12-year-olds and stuff, but Hello Kitty really is like a toddler to third grade girl type thing. And, you know, she really is for the young kids. And I kind of cringe when I think of her having a boyfriend. But Daniel Starr actually ended up moving to Africa because his father took a job in South Africa. So they had to split up. But I guess later on they ended up reconnecting somehow, some way. I'm sure it was probably Kuromi. Kuromi probably hooked him up because she's always on the computer and on social media. She's a little criminal. She's like a little hacker. But yeah, I'm imagining it's probably like a long distance relationship now over social media. Probably. I have no clue. I haven't seen that episode yet. But you know what? That's what she gets for thinking her little fast butt could have a boyfriend. So I looked up designs for yellow, pink, and purple plaids. And I chose the wrong pink. This pink did not look good over top of purple. This pink by itself, if I would have painted a nail, just if I would have just painted the nude nail pink, it would have looked a lot brighter. But because it's sitting on top of that purple, it doesn't look as bright. It looks washed out, right? And I wish I would have chosen like the brighter, lighter baby pink color, because this one just, it kind of washes it out. It doesn't look so pink. Like, it kind of makes me mad. But I looked up a picture of pink, yellow, and purple plaid, and I found a design that I liked, and I just went off that picture. Look up things when you want to recreate them. It'll really help you so that you don't feel lost and you don't get frustrated. It was super easy creating this plaid look. I just kept layering lines vertical and horizontally, and then I went in the end with some hatch marks because I feel like any good plaid that's worth its weight should have some hatch marks, I guess. I don't know. You see them in all the pictures. So, all right, this next fact is literally luxurious, super luxurious. If you want to fly with Hello Kitty, you can. In Japan, they have Eva Air, and this is strictly Hello Kitty flights. Your stewardesses are decked out in a Hello Kitty costume. Your food is on theme with Hello Kitty. There's Hello Kitty art all throughout the planes, and this is something that is available to everybody. If you want to fly Hello Kitty, you can. That is crazy. So, okay, I'm getting ready to wrap up these facts. Did you know that Hello Kitty is actually a tourism ambassador for China and Japan? I'm not lying to you. She seriously is. Instead of having a real person be a tourism ambassador, they created Hello Kitty, or they had Hello Kitty become the tour. Now listen, Hello Kitty is technically on screen supposed to be 8 years old. She is only 8 years old. Why do they have this 8-year-old little girl, technically, if we're really thinking of her as an 8-year-old girl? Obviously, she is a cartoon character, but that's even worse because she's not even real, right? But this 8-year-old fictional character is now a tourism ambassador. And even worse, she has her own social media on Twitter. She has at Hello Kitty, which means that a little 8-year-old girl now has a social media, and she is consistently, all day, every day, interacting with strangers. How healthy is that for an 8-year-old girl? Come on, Sanrio, get it together. All right, and our last couple of facts. Hello Kitty does not have a mouth. I know I put stitches there on her face, but she does not have a mouth. Hello Kitty speaks from the heart. Aww, don't you know? Yes. So is she telepathic, really? Because how do you speak from the heart? I feel like she might be telepathic. I'm assuming. And then also, her red bow is not a fashion forward thing. It's actually so her mother can tell who she is. Poor Hello Kitty. Or Kitty White. So like I said earlier, she has a twin sister, and her twin sister has a yellow bow, and Kitty White has a red bow, and yeah, and so her mother could tell them apart. Now, so here in this, I designed a little heart spider web, and while the gel paint is still wet, I am going into it with our purple acrylic and just kind of sprinkling that in there so it creates this raised up look. This is one of my favorite ways to create nail art, is by designing something and going into that wet gel and just sprinkling in acrylic and then going in and curing, dusting it off, and it seriously gives such a cool look to any design that you do. It's one of my favorite ways to create nail art, to be honest, or one of my favorite techniques for nail art. I really love it. So now I'm going in onto that glitter nail, and I'm just going to top coat this. I said I was going to I put in the screen base coat, but I went for a top gloss. And to be honest, I think I should have just left it plain. It's such a cool nail on its own. I ended up going in with white gel paint and creating this stitching effect, and it kind of makes me sad. The nail would have been, I wish I would have had that imaging in my mind or could have imagined it better, but I got so caught up in doing the design itself that I didn't even think about leaving it plain, and I wish I would have, because the stitching is cute and all, but the nail is cuter. if that makes sense. So now we're just going in and creating little ghosts and a bat and a star. And I'm going to give these little ghosts some eyeballs with a dotting tool. And we are going to go ahead and cure. I'm curing in between the ghosts and the bat, and then, you know, the bat and the star. And then gonna do the eyeballs, and we're gonna top coat with a gloss. I didn't want to do matte. I do a lot of matte designs, and I decided that I wanted this set to truly be shiny, and I'm glad that I did. I love shiny nails. I'm starting to really get more interested in shiny designs again. So yeah. But all right, I'm going to let you guys go. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think about the little Hello Kitty facts? You guys are seriously lucky because the video that I accidentally erased, it had a spider design on it, and I did spider facts. And oh my God, when I say that video was so cringe with the facts and the photos, and oh my God, like it had me gagging several times seeing photos to go along with some of the facts. It was crazy, seriously. But I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. It's pretty much over. Make sure that you shop criminalclaws.com. We have plenty of beautiful luxury acrylics, super easy to work with. We have lots of nail art. Now we have poison putty, soon to be dropping gel paints. And yeah, check us out. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below what you thought about Hello Kitty and all of the little facts. What are your thoughts on some of those ideas? I know I had put in my opinion on some of the things, but I would love to hear yours. So, all right, I love you. Bye. What's her doing? Oh my goodness. Letty, what you doing, girl? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Pretty girl. Oh God, Letty. Letty, what do you think about my nails? Huh? Do you like them? Do you like them? I cannot get her in shot whatsoever. She does not allow that.